Hi, everybody. I'm Jaiden. Welcome to the podcast. Today we have Miss D.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. All right, we're going to ask you some questions. You're going to answer the best you can.
Okay, I didn't study for this, so.
You always got to. Okay, what was high school like for you?
Oh, man. I was a very different person in high school. I wasn't really funny until I, turned 20, so I was just kind of this little athletic loser. I was friends with every friend group, and, I was just a nerd that wasn't really that good at school. Wanted to be, but, A for effort, I guess. And, I just played sports all of the time.
All right. How exactly did you get into sports?
Oof. It was kind of a requirement in my family, I feel like. One of those, stereotypical pressure from your parents.
Yep.
I'm glad, because I ended up being fairly athletic. I think you have to be a little athletic to play college basketball, but, I tried all different things, not just sports. I was an Irish step dancer. Yep. I went from, the little soft shoes to the little tippity-tap shoes. Yeah, very Michael Flatley. But I was like, nope, I want to be a basketball player. I was not very good at basketball, actually. I was terrible at basketball. I was good at soccer. And I was like, no, I want to be good at basketball. So gave everything up for it.
All right. Okay, what about basketball makes it your favorite?
I don't know. I don't know that there's, one single thing that makes it my favorite. My grandfather taught me how to play basketball. So for me, it's, how I stay connected to him now that he died. He died when I was in high school. And I was like, this is how I'm going to remember him. I'm always going to play basketball and whatever. It's very therapeutic for me. It's free therapy.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Who was your favorite coach that you've had so far?
My favorite coach, Steve Sullivan. He's still the head coach at Woburn. We're good friends. I go and I see one of his basketball games every year, even though now I technically coach against him. But yeah, I stay in touch with him. He's a reference for me on a lot of job applications or whatever. He's just he expects intensity, but he's not that in your face, scream at you, degrade you. There's some coaches that really don't know where the line is, and he is fantastic at knowing his players individually and on and off the court, and knows how to reach them all on the court. It's good.
Okay. Who's on your dream team?
Oh, this one I should have studied for. This one I could have gone so many ways. Sorry in advance to all the LeBron lovers out there, but definitely Kobe. LeBron is not one of my favorites, and my uncle actually works in security for the NBA. So back when LeBron and Draymond were in the playoffs against each other and they were in a fight, my uncle called. He has to call the players and talk through that. And he called LeBron, and his secretary answered, and she was like, he sent a massage for 2 hours. You can call back later. And my uncle was like, no, if he wants to play in the game tonight, he'll give me a call back in the next 15 minutes. Sure as hell, he called back. He was like, well, why did you fight with Draymond? Well, he called me and he was so upset about it because he called him a name. I'm like, you're getting paid millions of dollars and you're fighting someone for calling you a name.
Yeah.
Anyway, LeBron's not on my dream team.
Okay.
Kobe all the way. I love Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's literally the Greek freak, and he has great dad jokes. And if you have not seen them, go look them up. They're amazing. Got to put Steph Curry. I know it's very stereotypical, but honestly, he's the only player I can think of that has literally put a team on his back with 40 points a game in the series. We can't shut him down. We have the defensive player of the year on our team, and we can't shut him down. Got to give it to him. That's offensively. I don't know who I would really want defensively. I suppose I should say Marcus Smart as a Celtics fan, but I really don't like Marcus. I want to, but I really don't. He just loves shooting the three-pointer that he can't make. I can't pick him. I I gotta go KG, I think. Kobe, Giannis, Steph, KG. Who would that fifth spot go to?
Mr. Noble, for sure. Throw him in there.
He's fragile.
He'd break.
It's fragile.
He's a bench warmer for sure.
Yeah. He is a great water boy. Mm-hmm. I believe in him. He can carry those 6 Gatorade water bottles and hand them out to anyone who
You
needs
might drop one. You might get only 5, but it's all right.
But it won't break.
True.
Like him.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I don't know. Maybe I'll just go with Robert Williams III. He's a wild shot blocker right now. I'd probably go more with an OG if I studied, but
yeah,
I didn't study.
All right. If you had to pick any play to use in the last 10 seconds of a game, what would it be and why?
Ooh. Now, okay, there are so many ways to answer this, Jaiden. Is it like under my scoring basket, or are we like taking it out after the other team scored?
Whatever way you want to imagine it.
Okay.
You're very heated. It's in the last 10 seconds. What you gonna do?
I think I'm just gonna go with the under my scoring basket. I'm gonna go with the screener. Screen the screener. You have no idea what I'm saying.
Nope.
No, it's fine.
I'm trying here.
It's someone goes and sets a screen, and then someone else goes and screens that person that set a screen. Mm-hmm. Either way, the person that got the screen or the person that set it is going to be open on the roll. There are so many options out of it. As long as you know how to set a good screen, you can't be passing ships in the night. Otherwise, none of that works.
Yeah.
It worked for me. 3.6 seconds. I hit the game winner my senior night.
As you should.
Yes.
Okay. Who's your favorite basketball player and why?
Kobe.
Okay.
It's got to be Kobe. He just had a work ethic better than everyone's. It's literally Mamba mentality. Like, don't get in my way because I will literally run you over.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm all about work. Hard work beats talent, and talent doesn't work hard.
All right. When do you think you will stop playing basketball?
When I'm dead. I literally never. I will not. I'll probably just be dunking on the gods when I'm up there, you know?
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could go pro, would you?
Yes.
Why?
Because why not?
True.
If it's like my favorite outlet form of therapy, like my favorite thing to do,
Yeah.
and I allow it to, and I'm able to allow it to consume that much time, like, I love you guys, man, but I wouldn't be at work if I could play basketball for a living. Like, what?
So if somebody sent you a letter and was like, you're going to go pro.
Yeah.
Today.
I'm calling Mr. Kelly. Can I have a leave of absence?
She ain't never coming back.
I mean, I might. I would at least give it a year. And then if it's like, oh, I'm actually I'm going to make it. And we're getting the family out of the neighborhood and everything. Then yeah, sorry, Mr. Kelly. I don't know if I can come back. But if I'm terrible and I blow an ACL or whatever, I'm coming back.
Right.
I love being here too much to not come back if I can't play basketball.
Okay. So you said you weren't really good at school. So how did you get into working in a school?
Because I had really good connections with a lot of my teachers. I feel like I went through a lot and faced a lot of adversity in high school. And I've never been one to have a problem communicating about stuff that goes on in my life. I figured everyone learns from other stories, and I mean, you can't cite anecdotal evidence in a paper, but man, it helps you get through life. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
So, I talked stuff out with my teachers, and I just trusted them with a lot of information about me, and they offered me all sorts of different types of support, whether it was just listening to what I was saying or writing feedback in a journal. I didn't have special ed services, so I didn't work that closely with one specific teacher, but all of my teachers were great for me. So, I mean, if I had to give a piece of advice, I'd say lean on your supports. Don't be afraid of trusting a teacher. And I think the number one thing that people have a hard time with is if they have some real stuff going on in their life and they're afraid that whoever they disclose information about them to is going to go and tell someone else, you need to understand that we're okay with you being mad at us if it means that you're safe, you deserve that kind of support. So
yeah. All right. If you didn't have basketball, it didn't exist, what do you think your dream job would be?
I think I'm working it right now.
Good answer.
I mean, like, let's all be real for a sec. I'm not in education for the money.
Yeah.
And I left the school once. I mean, when I got my master's last year, I graduated, and I mean, that's just how it works out. Sometimes there wasn't a teaching job available for me, and the amount of money I was making as an IA wasn't going to be livable for me based on like my living situation. So I was honest. I looked around. I accepted a job offer because I needed that job security. And I went to a different school and I tried it, and I tried for 2 months. I woke up in the morning, didn't enjoy going to work, and I was like, this is just not for me, man. This is not it. I came from a place where I was for 3 years, and the students always came first, and I don't feel like that's it right now. So I got to go. And luckily, there was an opening back here, so as soon as I saw it, I took it.
Slip right in there.
Well, I had to interview for it. But yeah, no, it worked out wonderfully. And I mean, God willing, I get professional status. I'll be here for the rest of my life. I'll tell you right now.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
Thanks.
What do you think is some of the best advice you've ever got?
Don't give up. It's so corny. It's so corny, so
Yeah.
cliche. Like, don't give up. But like, there are so many things that have gone wrong in my life that I could have just given up. You know what I mean? Like when I went to Westfield State, I did not make the best decisions. I did not have the best grades.
Yeah.
And I graduated with a degree in criminal justice, and then I couldn't find a criminal justice job. But I like needed to have a job. I was living at home, and that was one of the conditions that my mom gave me. If you're living at home, you're working. Mm-hmm. So I became a preschool teacher. Isn't that fun? It's not. I did that for a year. I potty trained like 18 3-year-olds, in case you were wondering. That's like a fun fact about me, I guess. No, it wasn't for me. I liked being in the school environment. I think that I had a lot of fun with those kids. We made a lot of like fun, like core memories, if you will.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I can't work with this age every day. Like, I can't do it. And then I actually came to Triton because I got a coaching job. And when I was turning in my coaching papers, the principal at the time was like, hey, you want a job here? And I was like, hey, yes, sir. And then I was like, wow, I actually love this. And I went back to school and got my master's. So I very easily could have stayed at like multiple different 9-to-5 boring jobs just to like bring home a paycheck. But I really found my niche here and my family here. And, you know, that's all I really want in a job. I want to be able to enjoy showing up and be able to make a difference. So if I gave up, I wouldn't be here.
All right. If you could describe the REACH program in 3 words, how would you do it?
A dysfunctional family. Everyone has their own stuff, and like everyone, it's like yesterday, Miss Bebo, she was a little off her rocker, man. I gotta tell you, she was a lunatic, and if she hears this, she knows I'm right. But like everyone respects the crazy, you know, like everyone has those days where you're just like, I can't do it today, man. I'm going to lose it. Yeah. And everyone is like, yeah, that's not my business. I'm doing my work over here because I had that day last week, you know.
Yeah.
But even doing stuff like the challenge day activities and stuff like that, we did it when we did it in the smaller group with like the REACH group. Mm-hmm. It's like humbling, and you're like, oh, our teachers are actually real life humans, and wow, we actually have gone through a lot of the same things, and we really understand each other more than we thought we did. And so it's a very tight knit group, and I think it shows based on how many people come back for REACH giving every year. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of people that used to be in REACH past, you know, and they come back every year for that turkey dinner and breakfast and whatever at 9 a.m., you know. So, yeah, it's my family.
Who was your favorite student that you've had?
Ooh.
Like?
Ever.
I'm just kidding.
Obviously Jaiden.
Duh.
I don't know that I can say I have a favorite, like not only because I'm being PC on a podcast, but also because everyone has like so many different unique qualities.
Yeah.
And everyone has sort of challenged me in a different way, whether it's my speed chasing them down the hallway or helping them through English Edgeseer or like whatever it is. It's been a different challenge in a different way very often.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I can specifically identify one person.
Okay. What is one of your favorite memories while you were in the REACH program?
Favorite memories while in the REACH program? I don't know. I mean, there are so many.
I'm like chasing kids down the hallway.
I mean, REACH dress-up day last week, that was amazing.
Oh,
I
no,
vote
yeah.
for that every year.
Yeah,
Pie in the face was fun.
it really was.
It was not fun when I smelled like curdled milk all day.
Okay,
But
well, it was fun for us.
I wasn't even back yet.
Yeah,
Like, how did that even happen? Oh.
just get roped into it.
No, I've had most of my, even though like some of the super exciting days like are really fun and I definitely remember them fondly. I would probably say that some of the best memories are like people that, you know, are like tough on the outside when they like have those days and they just like kind of break down and start talking about their feelings and like they tell you all this stuff about them and like it's very obvious that you're the first person that they've ever like let in. Like that's heartwarming. That goes in my calendar and I get reminded annually. It's kind of one of those like, why do I do it things, you know? Yeah.
All right. If you were to give your best advice in any situation, what would it be?
Lean on the people around you. And if you don't feel like you can, then they shouldn't be around you.
That's some good advice. Honestly,
You're
good at what
welcome.
you do.
You're welcome.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say to the people?
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Hey, my pleasure. This is my 15 minutes of fame, guys.
All right. That's our podcast for today. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Miss D, once again for being here.
Thank you. Can't wait to do it again.
See you guys later.
Bye.